mandates. Why is Justin Castro and that morbidly obedient crook Doug Ford so set on stopping these truckers and not listening, right? They're even saying, we're listening. They haven't sat down with the truckers. They haven't sat down with the convoy. It's just all a show. It's all for their bought off and paid off CTV and CBC and their other networks. So what's going on here? Why won't they just end the mandates and just get it over with and end the quackery passports? And the answer is because they've already been bought off long ago by Klaus Schwab and his buddies, and they've already planned to put the quackery passports in place. So if they renege on that, then they renege on everything that their future career with the World Economic for them and all the other crooks had destined for them. So their career, they believe, depends on their obedience to Klaus Schwab and his buddies and Bill Gates and George Soros and all the people behind them, the Rothschild bankers and all the other morbidly obedient crooks around the world. All they have to do is drop the mandates. All they have to do is end the quackery passports. So they're willing to engage in a total civil war with their own people rather than do that. Now, what kind of crook would do that? It's somebody who's completely narcissistic and totally maniacal. Like they just can't actually hear another side, right? So they can't actually listen. And that's Justin Castro. That's that completely morbidly obese crook, Doug Ford. All of them. That's all of the tyrants they've put in, like Bonnie Henry over there in British Columbia. I mean, you talk about a maniacal crook. You talk about somebody who's sold their soul. These people have sold their soul. So in the fight for freedom, we might perish. But you know what? Better to perish battling demons and orcs and goblins than to go down into communistic, technocratic slavery. We're better to perish than that. There are fates worse than death, and death is a reasonable fate in light of the tyranny that's in front of us. We must fight the good fight. We don't have a choice. God is on our side. The higher powers and the angels are on our side. The earth is in between. It's in between realms. On one side, it's beset by goblins, orcs, demons, and maniacs, and on the other side, by angels and godly powers. And so we're in that push and pull between. And I think, as I've been mentioning for years now, this is the pit of evil. This is it. This is when the earth bottoms out. It's the moment of the Antichrist. That's another way of saying it. And that's why everybody's so bought into the evil. It's so crazy. Like, why? What are these people thinking? I'll tell you what they're thinking. They're not thinking. They're possessed, right? There's no one in charge. There's demonic entities in control, Ahrimanic beings, Luciferic entities, whatever. And they don't care about anything except their own self-aggrandizement and what they had planned for their life. And if they had planned to give Klaus Schwab your rights and turn them into privileges granted by a Quaxian passport, then we will fight to the death to stop it. Truckers, hold the line. Everybody join the truckers at every protest anywhere around the world, but especially in Canada. Canada is the touch point. It's the flashpoint. This is it. The world is watching. We can have the best day ever and fight for our freedoms at the same time. Let's toughen up, everybody. Let's take this on. This is what we were born for. This is the fight we were born to have.